Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Northwest Family Chiropractic in Salem, Oregon, Kicking Cancer, Judy Besniak and State Farm Insurance, and Valor Mentoring. For more information on Northwest Family Chiropractic and their chiropractic services in Salem, Oregon, go to northwestfamilychiro.net. For information on Kicking Cancer and how they promote and support those going through cancer, go to kicking-cancer.org. For State Farm and Judy Besniak and her insurance services, go to judybesniak.com. Finally, for Valor Mentoring and their mentoring services of young people, go to valormentoring.com. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Hey everybody, welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. I'm so excited, the start of a new week. It's Monday, and you all know that I love Mondays, so this is so exciting. So glad to have you here with us today. It's going to be another fabulous day, I'm telling you. I am fired up and ready to go. How about you? Well, today I am excited. We're going to get to it in just a moment here, but I got to tell you, I've got one of my favorite people, Mr. Phil Davis, is with me today, career coach. He's such an awesome individual. We're going to have an amazing conversation today. But first, I want to just tell you a few things for those of you who may not know what Marketing with Russ is all about. So first off, before I jump into that even, I wanted to say I'm so blessed and thankful for all of our sponsors. You just heard all of them: Northwest Family Chiropractic, Kicking Cancer, State Farm and Judy Besniak, and the Valor Mentoring, which is an amazing mentoring organization for young people. Amazing. Also wanted to remind you that we are listener supported. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting us. For those of you who do, because we couldn't do this without you. Any amount goes towards the production costs of the shows that we do, and I do 6 a week, so they add up. Also want to let you know that on that note, I have my New York sponsorship going on. If you're interested in helping, I will be going to New York the first part of October. Would love to have you be part of that. What do you get for a sponsorship of $150? You get a live stream episode sponsorship and a digital ad, which is about a $700 value for all the ads we run, all the promotion we do around the show. Your logo and your information will be all over the place. And so anyway, but it also helps me get to New York. So if you would like to help me I'm going to be speaking for a cancer conference. Would love to have your support on that. Thank you very much. But just being here is such a blessing. And I'm so thankful you're here, because we couldn't do this show without you. That's right. And because I have my amazing teammate behind the scenes and my amazing co-hosts on a couple of my other shows. So it's a team effort, and I'm so thankful for that. And all the amazing guests we have, like Phil today. So anyway, thanks for all that. So back to my first thought, and that is, What is Marketing with Russ all about? Well, I'm telling you, it's all about amazing people and how amazing people connect. That's right. And I am just thankful, so thankful for having amazing friends, really, because I have so many great friends that are willing to come on and share their value with you. And it's just such a blessing to me, but it's also a blessing to all of you because this not only goes out today, but guess what? It sits on the platforms LinkedIn and YouTube forever, and Facebook, the ones that we broadcast on. That one is 30 days, Facebook, but it sits on all those after we're done. So it becomes a video podcast. And you can watch that later. You can engage later. You can share later, just like it's live, which is so amazing. But guess what? There's more. Just in case you don't have time to watch it, you can actually listen. This converts to not only Spotify, but also Apple Podcasts on audio podcasts. So you can listen to this within a few days of the video podcast. It'll be out on audio, and then you can listen on the way to work or whatever, and just put it in with all your favorites on your podcast. We'd love that. So no matter what you're doing, listening or watching, if you could please make sure and engage, like, and share. That would be so great. One of the best places, like I mentioned, though, is YouTube. And the reason YouTube is so great is because everything is in one spot. And all you got to do is go to marketingwithruss.live today. That will take you directly to my YouTube page, and you can subscribe. In fact, right now, why don't you go up the corner, click an open box. If you're not subscribed now, type in marketingwithruss.live and subscribe right now. Go do it because you'll be thankful you did. There is going on thousands of people in that in YouTube from all the amazing shows we've done. Yes, if I can spit it out. And so that's just a great value. And so that would be so great. So if you know the name of the show, you got that one. Also, because I am all about connection, I love to connect. So please connect with me at russhedge.com. So if you know my name, you go straight to my website, everything about me, all my connection links. Or if you just want to subscribe to the YouTube page, you go just the name of the show, Marketing with Russ Live. Super simple. All right. Also, if you would be so kind as to share this out, tag your friends, because there's a lot of people that are just waking up and they're just not completely with it, or they're super busy already and it's Monday and they don't know what all is going on. So remind them, hey, Marketing with Russ is on, and so many people appreciate that. I know I do. So thanks for doing that. You can just tag them and share that today. All right. And a couple last things. First of all, behind me, my book, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. Yes, that is my original book that is full of how to live a life with purpose and on purpose, live a life with a good mindset and a good perspective. It is available not only at, as I'm sure you might have guessed, russhedge.com. That's right. But also on Amazon and a lot of online booksellers, and even locally here in the Oregon area. So if you pick up a copy of that, that would be so great. Also, my 4 anthologies I wrote are available on there as well. International bestsellers, #1 on Amazon, all of them, because of the amazing people that I worked with. And I'm very thankful for that. And guess what? It's coming. Life Happens and Then You Choose will be out the first part of November. And I'm really super excited about that. The first week of November, this is coming out. Life Happens and Then You Choose, my follow-up to Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. It's going to be a great and really motivating book. It's going to help direct you and give you encouragement and inspiration to do all that you're doing. So I just appreciate you to pick up a copy of that. That would be great. And that'll be coming up, and we'll let you know how you can do that. So there you go. All right. Last but not least, what we do is our marketing tip of the day. Every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we're here and we do the marketing tip of the day. This gets cut out separately, put out on YouTube Shorts, and gets put out on social media. So you can actually just watch the marketing tip of the day or share it with your friends if they just need that little snippet of encouragement and inspiration. So I got a good one today. I'm telling you, it's motivated by my amazing guest today. So anyway, here we go. You ready? All right, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Hire a good coach. That's it. Hire a good coach. If you want a good career, hire a good coach. Do you think that Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods really needed coaches to be as good as they were? Yes, they did. Why? because they continually honed their craft. They continually worked on the things they needed to work on. Everybody is not good at everything, no matter how talented you are. And even Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods needed people from the outside to look at what they were doing and help make them better. That is why everybody needs a coach or a mentor or an advisor. Today, do yourself a favor. If you're a marketing professional, if you are a business professional, whatever you are, if you're running a nonprofit, you need help with your business and your marketing and all that you're doing, your employee relations. Hire a good coach today. It'll help you beyond what you can believe. So that is your marketing tip of the day today, is hire a good coach. And that's your marketing tip of the day. All right. Thanks, everybody. There you go. So we that'll get cut out, put out separately, and that just hopefully just kind of picks you up and makes you think. And you can, maybe you're saying, yeah, I already knew that, but maybe you did. Good for you. But you know what? Sometimes we just need that swift little kick, because my question to you would be, do you have a coach? Why not? All right, there we go. Speaking of coaches, here we go. Mr. Phil Davis is in the house. Let's make sure and get this guy in. Hey, Phil.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I'm just excited to have Phil here. You know, it just hit me. We probably had this discussion before, because no
Yes.
wonder we're such good friends, because you have the name of someone in one of my favorite movies. Do you know what movie that is?
I don't. Tell me, please.
White Christmas.
Okay, right. Phil, that's right. Phil Davis. Duh.
That's right. And so one of the two, Phil Davis, is yes, amazing. That is an amazing movie. Anyway,
Yes.
okay. So talk to me. For those people that don't know Mr. Phil Davis, who in the heck are you? What are you up to?
Oh man. Yeah. So, well, first off, it's great to be here. Thank you, like Russ, for having me on.
bet.
Just always a good way to start the week with connection and networking and community and all that good stuff. So I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, man, I mean, for those in the audience too, you know, I'm Phil Davis. I come with like an HR and recruiting background, and for a number of years, I kind of started out in that space. Huge specializations in like recruiting, talent acquisition, and particularly talent management. So I have a passion for really helping people, learning about people, and helping them grow and succeed in their careers. And of course, when COVID hit, I lost, you know, my big talent ac role, and then I was like, well, I want to try to do something different, right? I was like, I don't want to go back in the corporate world. I want to try to switch. So then I ended up founding my own company, Fulfillment, which is a career coaching company where we help like mid and senior level career professionals go from frustrated to fulfilled. So I did that kind of during COVID and a little bit, you know, past COVID, to help a lot of different job seekers find, you know, fulfilling careers and things like that, because it is kind of a complex market. And then currently, out of the blue, the Georgia Tech reached out, and they ended up saying, hey, we need a career advisor for our Master Science Analytics students. And so it's one of those opportunities that I couldn't say no to. So for the past about 2.5 months, I've been working with them and helping to advise their analytics students. And it's been great, man. So I love people. I just, again, love helping others succeed. And, you know, this is what I'm all about. Just, it's my passion.
Well, and you can tell, first of all, you know, I think this is so great. And this is actually a good lesson too, because currently now you're working with young people, coaching and advising them, getting them going. But guess what? Even us old people, and I consider myself young, but I'm 61 years young. We all need a coach. Exactly. Yeah, we all need a coach. We all need help, because no matter where you're at, you know, I made that comment in the marketing tip of the day about Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, and Tiger Woods is still using a coach in his golfing. He still has one. I mean, people are like, that is crazy. But, you know, I mean, it's just like people don't realize that things change, that you're always have those blind spots. And so you're always missing stuff that you really should be looking at. So, okay, so let's back up just a little bit. Yeah, and don't let me forget, because everybody watching, Phil is an amazing singer. So we're going to have you sing something here in a minute. But before we get to that, so this is an amazing opportunity that you're doing currently, and you jumped into that. You know, you have already had a wonderful blueprint with your company to be able to utilize in what you're doing currently, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say it for the first time, live here on social media, LinkedIn. Like, if it truly wasn't for fulfillment, like, I would not have gotten this opportunity at Georgia Tech. Like, I'm telling you, I took a risk a couple of years ago during COVID to invest in myself and to say, you know what, I'm going to just go out of the corporate, world, because I've been laid off 3 times in my career, a lot, consecutively, and just after that third one during COVID, I'm like, I'm done. And at first, yeah, I felt like, oh, I'm a failure, that kind of stuff, and I had imposter syndrome, and oh, what did I do wrong? But then, of course, I got through all that by just connecting with folks like Russ Hedge here on LinkedIn and other people who, really are good for my energy, right? And so I ended up just going out and taking the risk and saying, you know what, work for yourself. And I did. And really, it wasn't just about that. It was really about kind of working with individuals and working with different types of people, diverse people, the job seeker, right? Folks who really needed my expertise and my help in this just crazy complex job market. And it was a great time to be able to do that, and do fulfillment, like, while I was in my career transition. And it's, again, it was a huge, I won't say it was a little, but it was a huge stepping stone to this opportunity that to this day I'm very blessed to have. I mean, I have an amazing team of other career advisors, my manager, Christine, who I did a post on her the other day because she's incredible, and just everybody that I work with, over there at Tech has been great. And that's the thing too, like, being an entrepreneur, it sometimes can be lonely. And for me, I'm very much like, I need in person, networking and stuff like that. And it was just a great thing for me to pursue that, and get into it again. And just like you said earlier, to be able to do it for a highly reputable university, and just work with diverse students and people, and to really bring in my expertise, and to be, welcomed and included with that. So, like I
Yeah.
say, for folks out there, like, who are like, well, should I network? Should I do things? Like, I tell people all the time, like, get out there and network. Whether you're networking with like a person a day or a person a week or something, just get out there, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who that other person knows, and show curiosity and learn about the other person too that you're talking with.
Well, that's right. And, as I always say, connection and community building is the foundation for any good business, any good marketing plan, any good life, really, because you are constantly creating platforms and people and communities that is going to benefit you and them. We're all better together. We were created by God for community. And
Absolutely.
when we work in community, we do so much better. So,
Amen.
this is what I love too about, you invested in yourself. You went out on your own, you invested in yourself. And a lot of people that work for others, I can relate to this because I worked for corporations for years. I went out at the beginning of COVID on my own with my own business. And a lot of times you expect other people to invest in you, and that happens sometimes. And that doesn't happen sometimes because you're reliant on others. When you go into your own business and you're an entrepreneur, you better well be investing in yourself or nothing's going to happen. Right. And so that whole mind shift, I think, with you, and I feel like I'm the same. It really created a better person, somebody who was investing in yourself and learning more and creating more. So now when you go back and you're working with someone else, you're a better employer, a better teammate than you were before. So I just think that is so awesome.
Yeah,
So
and really, when I was really involved with fulfillment, it's still active. We're still doing stuff, every now and then and stuff like that. Um, but when I was really involved with it completely, like, I had to really be involved with myself to keep the business going and all that kind of stuff. And I've told folks, I think I've told you this before too, Russ, and I've told other people in my close inner circle, I've learned the most about myself professionally when I was doing fulfillment, like when I went out on my own, because I had to do a lot of trial and error on, business ownership. I had to learn about the different clients that I wanted to work with. I had to learn about accounting, finance, marketing, sales, all of it. I did everything. And so being able to, from like my own development, to learn like business all around was huge. But not only that, but also just there was a personal growth aspect that I had as well, because, you know, I gained a lot of maturity by taking, of course, that step to say, I'm going to go out on my own, you know, for a little bit and make this happen, so that when I got into, you know, my current position, I became, you know, acclimated, excuse me, and assimilated not only into my position, but also it was a natural fit for, you know, me to be a part of the team and vice versa. Like, it's the best team I've ever worked with. Like, everybody has their own thing that they're doing, but we're all like in one accord on the different things that we're doing together. Like, whether it be resume review for, you know, our students, whether it be doing like career events and, you know, networking things like with them and things like that. It's just it wouldn't again, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me going out and saying, all right, I want to really get myself prepared for whatever's to come, whether I apply to a
Right.
new role and I get a role, or whether something comes at my table like this one. And it was just like you said earlier, you know, it was really, you know, God, or, you know, the universe kind of just speaking or singing to me at that point to say, hey, Phil, this is your opportunity. Like, it is your
Yep.
time. It is your time to shine. And absolutely, you know, and the hardest part was, I, I for the times that I wanted to give up on myself, I didn't. I'm like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make things happen and take it one day at a time.
Yeah, that's so awesome because you know what? I mean, you were definitely all of us definitely created by for a purpose with on
Absolutely.
purpose and definitely nothing happens by accident. You know,
No.
things all happen to make you better. Through the adversity, you grow and become better. And you know, the young people learning from you through all that you've been through too is really, really great for them because they can hear and learn from somebody that's been through some adversity and still mattered and still been able to shine in spite of it, right? Still been able to do a lot in spite of it. And I'm telling you that you were doing great things. And one of the things that I loved the most in your fulfillment was you have a amazing voice and you have done some singing before. And so you incorporated that into fulfillment
Yeah.
and the ads you were doing and things. So what are you going to sing for us today, Phil?
Well, and that's the thing. Like, even my company name and like tagline, I had that out there in like in a little like spin, you know. So it's like fulfillment, fulfilling your journey in life, which is true. And you know, even when fulfillment was a much bigger thing, you know, it was all about helping people become fulfilled along their career journey. And again, it has 110% successfully transferred over to what I'm doing now, because it's all about helping people become fulfilled. I still have it in my headline, like, I'm helping people find career fulfillment, and hey, they get me along the way, right? So
Uh, that's so great. That's so
yeah,
great.
man.
Yeah, I love that because you're so passionate not only about what you do, but about your music and all that, and you put it together. Your name happens to fall within that too, and it's just a great, very creative, very creative. So, okay, so give us a little. I know you're not doing a ton of stuff with your own business right at the moment, even though it's still there, still going. Give us some of your greatest moments over the last 5 years, or give us maybe just one of your greatest moments
Yeah.
over the last 5 years, because we don't have enough time for all of them.
Yeah.
We have just a few minutes left, but tell us something you really have loved where you've really been able to help somebody and coach them. And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think just on a high level, because, you know, I've helped, you know, from career to date, I've helped over a thousand folks, you know, not only find, you know, fulfilling roles and careers, but also just help them, you know, get promoted. Because a lot of times, you know, there'll be people that they're in their current company and they want to get promoted, or they want to get into a new role altogether, you know. So I've helped, you know, well over 1,000 people do that. But it really kind of goes into just the passion that I have to really like tune in. That's again part of the brand. Tune in and dig deep into an individual's like true potential, and really to help them market that potential, not only like out on their resume and cover letter, but, you know, on their LinkedIn profile, in their interviews, all those things. Because let's face it, right? The job search can be a struggle, right? It can feel lonely. It can feel like Nobody's there to vouch for us. Nobody's there to vet our skills and all that kind of stuff. And so for me, my drive and the thing that I love, that passion, is not only just the one-on-one conversations that I have with my folks, but it's really helping them understand their true potential and singing it out, right, all over, from a branding perspective, so that most importantly, they feel good, when they're going to get that resume out to a recruiter and make a job application happen and go into those interviews, even those coffee chat conversations and things like that. Because naturally, the biggest joy I have is when that individual or that person, when the lights turn on, like this one right here, and they start gaining that confidence based on our collaboration and that kind of stuff. That's really the dream. And when it happens, then they see the results, right? Their mindset changes. They can then act with intention and grace along their job search. Then they become more amplified to do more, to job search more strategically, to have those more natural, organic conversations and interviews, to make those recruiters and hiring managers remember who they are, so that they do get those offers. And when they do, and they've got the offer in hand and it's where they want it, salary wise and stuff, because I've helped people with salary negotiations and things like that, then fulfillment has achieved.
Right.
Basically, fulfillment as a feeling, like they feel a sense of joy that happened. But also, if you think about fulfillment like from a logistical perspective, like, hey, the job has been fulfilled, right? So
Right. Well, and fulfillment is building confidence, right? Because as you get more confident in what you're doing, the better you are.
the better you are in not only receiving the career, the job opportunity that you deserve, but even forward from that, like
Right.
beyond. Because it's not just about, in my opinion, it's not just about getting the job. It's
Yes.
it's securing it, but what are you going to be doing once you're in it, right?
Right.
Having that be that career, that passion, that drive for you. That's the joy. Even when people come back to me years later, I got people from my first employer that reached out and they're like, "Hey Phil, guess what? I got promoted. I'm now a head of a department, or I just got this amazing opportunity at this other company. Like, thank you for just all of your work that you did with me, 10 years ago." Like, when people reach out and they remember the efforts that I've done, that's such a blessing. But also too, for those listening out here too, live on the replay and stuff here on a Monday, like, you know, it's a reminder, like, you have value and you have impact and you provide value and impact more than you realize. Because a lot
Well,
of
and
times, yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just going to say with that, it goes way beyond just the job, like you said. I just want to reiterate what you said there,
Yeah,
because this makes a better life for you, not just a
absolutely.
better job and not just a better fulfilled, experience getting that job or getting promoted or advancing in your career with your company, but it makes you more fulfilled in life and gives you that joy that, God created us all to be joyful, and you have that joy for sure. Okay, listen, I'm going to kick it back to you, but what I need from you now as we wrap things up here is any last comments? Also, your gold nugget of the day, what you really want people to remember from our conversation, and then
Yeah,
remind them how they get in touch with you.
absolutely. It's like you said earlier, ask for help, hire a coach. I mean, I have my spiel of coaches. I have a mentor. I've got a leader and a mentor, in my current opportunity, like, that I lean on for help and, for my own growth. Like, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for my coaches and it wasn't for my mentors, and me also, not only being a teacher, but also a student. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to be a student and to learn and develop, whether it's through somebody else, through another person, upskilling as well. Like, we're always learning. It's within our human nature to always embrace learning and opportunity. So I think those are important. And most importantly, the third thing is, do not give up. Like, don't give up. Not every day is going to be easy, but the Lord above and God, you know, put us on this earth for a reason. We're all still here. You're here listening for a reason, right? That's
Right.
huge. And just embrace the day, right? Just let us rejoice and be
Amen.
glad in it. So
Amen. Amen. That is so good. So good. All right. How do people get in touch with you?
yeah, LinkedIn's the best way. It's linkedin.com/in/Phil Career Coach, all one right there. They put Phil Career Coach. They could put fulfillment on Google. Phil Davis PHR, or Phil Davis HR, I'm all right here. So, and I'm an open book. So, I've got a book an appointment link on my LinkedIn page where people can click on it and it'll take them to my Calendly link. It's a networking link, so you can actually network with me. I have my Friday evenings typically are when I do networking conversations and stuff like that. So people can book time with me. They can chat. We can talk about whatever they want. So.
There you go. And that information has been ticking along the bottom the whole time, but also it's in the comments and the show notes. So everybody, you can click right on it. It is clickable. And the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to remember all those slashes, dashes, and how the words go together. Just know that you'll be fulfilled when you click on that link and you go to Phil. That's right. All right. Phil, you are such an amazing guy. I appreciate you being on, and you're such a blessed friend. So I'm going to let you go right now. But before we go, do you want to sing me one little thing as we go out here? I'm going to actually say goodbye to you on screen after you sing here and wrap it up. But sing us something before we let you go.
Yeah, I'll just do a little I'll just do kind of an inspirational tune or whatever. So I can. It's like, don't ever give up, my friend. Always celebrate your wins and continue to network with others and have a great week.
Woohoo! Awesome. Phil, thank you so much, man. You're a blessing. I'm going to say goodbye on screen here, but don't go anywhere. Hang out in the green room, okay?
Yes, sir. You as well. Thanks for having me on, man.
You bet. Thank you. Wow, there we go, everybody. I'm telling you, he's an amazing guy. You just need to connect with him just because he's a great friend. And so somebody, though, that can really help you with the fulfillment of a good career and good advice. And he's still there to communicate with you. And so you need to go and click on that today and connect with Phil. I'm telling you. Also, just want to remind you again, we're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. That's right. We are here, and then it sits on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. It becomes a video podcast. If you miss that, it converts to audio podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify, so you can listen, and would love for you just to engage. Please, if you're watching today, please say hi. Please connect with Phil and connect with me if we're not connected. Please, like I said before, if you can subscribe to YouTube, that would be great. Our community is just growing and growing. Just go to marketingwithruss.live. And to connect with me, like I said, russhedge.com, super simple. So if you know my name and you know the name of the show, you're in good shape. So with that, we're going to say goodbye for today. My co-host, though, wanted to say hi. Yeah, there we go. Kermie wants to just give a little yay, keep us excited for the week ahead. So get out there, make it awesome. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.